Hola, estimada audiencia de Modern Machine Shop México. Estamos en Chicago en la IMTS 2022. Hoy tenemos el gusto de estar con el presidente de Sandvik Coromant para las Américas, el señor Sean Holt. Sean, welcome. Thanks to be with us. And my first question is, what are the highlights or products that you are introducing or presenting here with different partners in the booths here in Chicago?
Yeah, perfect. I mean, we still work very closely with IMTS and AMT, obviously, because we want to promote our products. We chose not to have a booth this year because we wanted to invest in our own centers. So we opened up 3 new centers, but that doesn't mean we aren't working with our partners here at IMTS. So all the major machine tool builders, we have demonstrations on their machines, focused around different areas. Obviously you have the core milling, drilling and turning product areas, but we also very much focus on auto aluminum, which we know is replacing a lot of the cast iron today. High speed milling is another product which we're really kind of driving. And then I would say the other highlight at the show would be steel turning grades. We recently released a brand new steel turning 4000 series grade, which is showing roughly about 10 to 12 times productivity over existing grades in the market. So they're the kind of 3 key products we're really focusing on with the builders.
Okay, for the future, Sandvik Coromant wants to distinguish itself to be devoted just for a particular industry, or are you continue to be focus in different industries?
Yeah, I mean, we're a big organization, so we want to focus on all different industries. I would say our main core 4 industries would be automotive, aerospace, oil and gas, and general engineering, which is more like the caterpillars, the earth moving equipment of this world. But we're seeing a big progression in industries like space, with SpaceX, Blue Origin, Virgin Atlantic. So new industries are coming in, but we definitely want to focus on the main industries. And we do a lot of work on component features, which really add value to our customers. So we try not just to sell a cutting tool, we want to sell a whole process, whether that's CAM programming, metrology at the end, and the machining, of course, where it's our core business. But yeah, definitely all industries and the new industries coming as well. And the ones we know are growing. I mean, if you think of medical and medical device manufacture, that's growing as well in an area where we really want to focus in. So yeah, all of the major industries.
What role plays Mexico for Sandvik Coromant, and what opportunities do you see with the reshoring and nearshoring trends?
We invested a lot into Mexico as a market. We saw a huge opportunity. It was growing, as you said, with business moving down into Mexico. So we opened a new center in Querétaro. We had an office based in Mexico City, and the center's really kind of digitalized. So it's like a linked manufacturing center. We invested in people in Mexico. We do a lot of work with the local universities around Querétaro to bring in some new young talent. And then finally, we actually moved our customer service for the Americas into Mexico as well, because we saw that need to be able to support the entire area. So we really invested in that. Huge opportunities. As we know, there are some big accounts in Mexico, strategic accounts, lots of automotive accounts, lots of aerospace accounts. So we really wanted to align well with those kind of businesses in Mexico. And we will continue to invest. I mean, it is booming. It's a great market for us to be in, and we work really, really close in that Mexico market.
What is Sandvik's basis for the development of new cutting tools? How do? You are in touch with your customers. How do you develop the new cutting tools for different industries?
And that's a really good question. I mean, I could give a really good example of in Mexico, actually. Most of our core research is done in Sweden or at different production units. But what we try and do is collaborate a lot with our customers on early projects where we can get moving. There was a customer in Querétaro, actually, an aerospace customer, a large aerospace customer in Mexico, where we really took a brand new process for machining an aerospace engine disc and re-engineered it. We did CAM programming, we had people supporting the machine down there, develop new cutting tools specific for that one component, for that customer in Mexico. So we do a lot of that collaborative, more development than research, I would say, but a lot of that development is done directly with customers.
What is bringing the merge between CGTech and Sandvik Coromant for the manufacturing industry?
And that's a good question. I mean, as you know, we've bought other CAM programming parts of the business like Mastercam as well, Sandvik before. We've purchased metrology companies. What we're really trying to do there, Eduardo, is kind of link the entire value chain. So our core business has been in machining. Now we want to work on the pre-machining with CAM programming, with CG Tech and verification software, all the way through to the post-machining where we can use a company like Metrologique, who we recently purchased, to do the measurement. So it's really all about adding value to customers and not just, again, providing a cutting tool. So that's really where we want to go with that.
Some years ago, you come to the market with the silent tool for boring and to avoid the shutting, and also the reverse turning. What is new in the future?
Well, both of those actually, they're again two new examples. We're doing a lot of work with PCD tooling. I mentioned it, aluminum automotive. So a lot around PCD, we constantly develop grades, but now we're into the next generation of silent tools, actually. So the silent tool, which stopped the vibration and stopped the damping, now has sensor technology in it that can actually change the control on the machine to adapt to various vibrations. So the reverse turning, the prime turning, as you mentioned, now we're into next generation reverse turning, prime turning tools, which are even more productive before. So it's a lot of evolution, I would say, of those types of product to match the market, mainly focused on digital, I would say, with the sensors.